Welcome everyone, and thank you for attending today's webcast, Automatic Vault Email Notifications with Hagerman Lifecycle Connection. Our presenter today is Mark Dooley. He's a solutions engineer with Hagerman & Company. Before we begin, I'll let you know that you are in listening only mode. If you have questions during the presentation, you can type those into the question panel, which is located on the right-hand side of your screen. They will be addressed at the end of the presentation in a Q&A time. As we close down the session today, you'll be prompted to fill out a short survey. We do ask that you take a few moments to fill that out for us. Additionally, all registrants will receive a follow-up email tomorrow, which will contain a link for the recording of today's presentation. And now I'll go ahead and hand things over to Mark.
All right, thank you, Ashley. As Ashley said, this is Mark Dooley. I'll be running us through this webinar today on the Hagerman Lifecycle Connection for automatic email notifications that work alongside Vault Workgroup and Vault Professional. So as Ashley said, as we get started here, any questions can be asked here in the questions panel. And after the presentation here, we'll take a look at those and answer those best we can. All right, so let's play the what if game. What if Autodesk Vault had the capabilities to send emails automatically as files transitioned from state to state, to notify important users or predetermined users, or could prompt you to notify specific users that these files have been released to manufacturing, or these files have been rejected and are sent back to engineering? Well, Vault has email notifications built in for ECOs in the Vault Professional level, but with Hagerman Lifecycle Connection, we can add that email ease of use and notification access inside Vault Workgroup and Vault Pro. So whether it's going from work in progress to checking, or work in progress to review, or review to release, or release to quick change, or release back to manufacturing, or back to engineering, or if we want to notify the shop floor manager that these files have been released to manufacturing, so they know the work's coming down the pipeline, or even if we're notifying the estimators that, hey, this project has been approved, these files are released, we've got to get the material on order. So with the HLC, or the Hagerman Lifecycle Connection, we can customize those email notifications, sent to a predetermined list. We can have it prompted to send to additional recipients at the time of the transition, as well as to add additional comments. But it does only work with Vault Pro and Vault Workgroup. It works with the Vault 2021 software all the way back through Vault 2017 that we've got it implemented currently. So inside the Vault interface, there's an additional area of settings for the Lifecycle Connection notifications, where we just set up some SMTP settings of who the email sender is going to be, what account we're going to use, and then we set it up and tie it into our transitions. So with that, let's go take a look at the Vault here and kind of look at some of those. So I am using Vault Professional 2021 here for this demo and webinar today. So once the HLC, or the Hagerman Lifecycle Connection settings, are installed, on the client end, this is not a server-based install. This is installed on the client machines that will participate in the email triggering. There's a new add-in inside the Tools pull-down menu called Lifecycle Connection Settings. And inside this, it just lists out all of our lifecycle definitions that are currently active in our Vault. So I'm using all of the out-of-the-box functionality. So I've got the basic release, the flexible, the simple, the long time lead, the long time release process with change orders, items, design representation, and so forth there. But the one I use in my Vault is the flexible release process. And so with this one here, the different states I have are WIP, or work in progress, review, release, quick change, and obsolete. And so when I select one of these, here on the left-hand side, work in progress, I've got a basic state or an advanced. And so right here from the basic state, I can go ahead and pick any of the templates that I have set up. And we set these up to customize them based off the lifecycle definitions that you guys would have running in your current Vault. And then we would add recipients we want to send these emails to. I'm going to use the advanced one here, so it can list me out all of the transitions and I can get to them at one time without having to bounce back and forth between each one. So when I look at the work in progress, The transitions that are set up in the Vault lifecycle definition are work in progress to review, WIP to released, WIP to quick change, and WIP to obsolete. So if I set this up and say, all right, well, let's look at the work in progress to review. And then I've got some templates here. And these are templates that I have set up on my machine. We would help you guys set up on your machine. They do not have to be set up on every machine. This is a one-time setup, and then they're ready to go. It's just everyone that's going to participate in the email sending would have to have the software installed on their machine, but they would not have to modify these settings. So my templates are set up. They're very simple, called WIP to review, WIP to review, WIP to review. There's my template, my description, my subject line, and then the message. This file has been transitioned from WIP to review. And then who am I sending it to? I'm sending it to myself here. If I wanted to say, all right, when I transition these over to review or to be checked, if I want to prompt for additional users, I can check that box right there, and it will prompt me for additional recipients. If I want to add additional comments, if I want to put in some custom notes or anything, I can have this checked, and this goes right through, would prompt me for additional comments as I'm transitioning from work in progress to review. And then if I take a look at work in progress to released, so maybe I'm going to skip the review process. I'm just going to go straight to released. I've got a template for that, work in progress to released. This file has been transitioned from WIP to release. That is the body of the email that I'm going to receive. Again, you set up the users you want to send it to. If I'm going to quick change, typically I only go release to quick change. So in this case, I don't have an email set up to notify anyone, because in my Vault, I would never use that. But if I needed to use that, so if I'm going to go work in progress to quick change, I'll just hit the add button right here, and then select the user that I want to send these emails to. So in this case here, I'm going use it to send it to my user and select OK. And once I hit apply, that's triggered, it's saved, everything is there. If I go look at the review side, and I say, all right, so if we're going to go review back to work in progress, I'm sending them here. And this one here, I even have it selected to prompt for recipients. So maybe if I'm going from review back to work in progress, I want to notify the project manager or the CAD manager as well as the engineer. And so if I've got prompt for recipients selected, then I can add additional recipients from inside my Vault user. So it is reading the Vault user list from the emails. So it's only going to display out the Vault users that exist. I only have a few users in my Vault, so I don't have a large list to go through. But if I hit add, all of the Vault users would be listed right here, and then I select the one that I want to send this to, or if I, wrong one, I can select it and remove it there as well. So when we go from review back to work in progress, we will keep the prompt for recipients there, and I'll hit OK there and save that, and we'll come over here and go find a couple of files. And so here is one file I have, 123 part 2 is sitting at work in progress. And so I can right click and change state, or I can use the change state on the behaviors toolbar, either one works. And I'm gonna go from work in progress over to review. The default comments under review, you can add anything you would like. Please review immediately, or please review whenever, and then select OK. And then I get this little window here very quickly, letting me know that, hey, the life cycles are going out. If there is an error in the sending of the email, then I would receive an error right there. In this case, the email goes through, and it will hit my inbox very quickly there. If I want to go transition this file on, it's been reviewed, now it's ready to be released. Come over here and say, all right, we're going to release this file. And as it goes out, there it goes again, sending my email notifications. And then we can go backwards as we looked at some of those there. So we'll go back to review here with this one. So if it will select, there we go. Come on, and the mouse decides to lock up on me there. All right, so we will change that very quickly here. Apologize for that. And so we will change that from release back to review there and select OK. And then it sends that email. And then we did the prompt for additional recipients on the review back to work in progress. And so if we go change state again, and now we want to send this one back to work in progress,
and we select OK there. Here is my select other users or groups I'm going to send this email to. So in this case here, I'll just grab the Hagerman user and select OK, and then it goes out and it's going to send the email to both users that have been added. So the one I just added, and then the default one that was in our rule there in our template. So if I come over here and take a look at my email account that I'm sending this from, so right now at 12:10, I'm going review back to WIP. So this one is sending this file to my user and to Paul's as well. That is how I have the Hagerman user set up inside my vault. So I can go in there and I can look at that. And it's telling me that this file has been transitioned from review to WIP, and it lists the name as well. So every one of the emails that I'm sending, it's going to list the part file or the assembly file or the drawing file, whichever vault file that is being transitioned. It's going to send that name there in the body of the email as well. So we can send that. Now inside the, let's go back to the Lifecycle connection settings here. So inside the settings, we do set it up with a sender. So we have a verified sender that we're utilizing. So in this case here, I'm using the Outlook.com as my sender. My personal Hagerman Outlook.com account. How it's coming from is pulling that same email address right there. So it's going out and validating the email address and login. Temp storage path, all of that is set. We could send test emails to make sure it's going to work, see if we're going to get any errors or anything. But we set this up once, and then we have our templates here. And so we can create new templates. We can edit any existing templates that are here. So currently I only have released going backwards or to quick change. I have review going forwards to released or backwards to WIP. And then I have WIP going forwards to obsolete, released, and review. And so you can add new templates, give them a name, give them a state that your description, the subject line, the body you want to go with there for what the state that you're working with. And so we just drop those in, and then we go. Now, one question we get on this a good bit is, can we utilize this with multiple files at the same time? And the answer is yes. So I'm going to go grab a few of these files here. And so these are currently sitting in the base category. I noticed that with the icon there. And so I don't have any lifecycle definitions assigned to the base category. So I will change this over to engineering. And as I change these over to engineering now, these automatically come in to the work in progress, which is the default state in my flexible release process. And now I can hit change state, and then I can change all of these at one time, send them to review, or send them out to released, whatever I'm going to do there. As I transition these from state to state, they automatically go through. And come back over here, and then update this. There they are. There's where they're going. So there are the 4 files that were selected. It's just going to myself in this case. We go and review over to released. And so there's the 4 files that were selected there. So we can do multiple files at once, or we can do single files as we're transitioning those there between the different states. So that is, in a nutshell, the easy way that Hagerman Lifecycle Connection can add email notifications to predetermined users, or we can have it set to where you get to add users. You can leave it for prompting, and then if you don't have an additional user you want to send it to, you can hit cancel on that box, and the email still goes out to the predetermined list of users there. So it's a very easy way to add those notifications into your altered environment. And so with that, we will turn it over here to some questions and see if you guys have had any questions so far. And no questions currently. That could be a good thing or a bad thing. So if you guys do have any questions, please type away, and we'll see what your thoughts or concerns are there. All right, looks like one question coming in here. Is there a file size max? There is not. Now, there could be a limit on your email, on your Exchange server. If you've got a 10 megabyte file limit, or a 15 meg, or depending on what email system you're using, if it has a limit onto the email itself for the attachment, that could be construed in there, but considering that it's not sending the actual file, it's just sending a file name, there is no file size max as far as HLC is concerned. It's just going to send an email with the file name and the body of the subject and the template that we've set up there. Let's see there. And yes, this does work with the Vault Workgroup and Professional 2019 and 2020 as well. So I mentioned earlier, it will work as far back as the Vault Pro and Vault Workgroup 2017, all the way into the current release of 2021. All right, any other questions coming in? All right, I don't see another one right now. All right, well, Miss Ashley, I don't believe we have a talkative group today that's asking a lot of questions there.
Okay, well, oh, I'm getting an echo. We'll close down the session today, but I'll let everyone know if you do have questions that you think of later, you can simply reply to that confirmation or reminder email you receive from GoToWebinar, and we can get those to Mark or your sales rep to get those answered. Once again, as we close down today, a short survey will pop up. It's just like 4 questions. And also you'll receive an email tomorrow with the link of the link to the recording of today's presentation. So if there's nothing further, and I don't see anything, we'll go ahead and close down. Thank you, Mark, for the presentation, and have a great day, everybody. Bye.